Hey everyone, it's your DC 17 Heavyweight Champion here, Ryan Billington, with my predictions for WWE Money in the Bank. I would say after another successful defense, it was a draw, so I can't really call it a successful defense, it's just sort of retention, I guess. We have Money in the Bank tonight. It's very exciting. For the past couple of pay-per-views, there have been some surprises, so I'm not saying I would be surprised if there's one, but I'm very intrigued to see if they do anything with this one, because with Backlash, we had Jinder Mahal win the WWE Championship, and with Extreme Rules, we had Samoa Joe becoming the one contender. I mentioned this in a post on Proud to be a Wrestling Fan Facebook page. I think that like someone was talking about the fact if they gave Lana the women's title tonight, then it would definitely be shocking or prove people wrong. I literally just said, well, to be fair, they have given Jinder the WWE Championship and Samoa Joe the number one contendership for the Universal titles, so don't be too surprised if Lana does win, because it's again been a year of shocking moments so far after WrestleMania. I had someone literally go, well, Samoa Joe and Jinder deserve that. I know they were jobbers and blah, 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 and all that stuff. It's like, well, Samoa wasn't a jobber. And it wasn't sort of the fact, I never said that they didn't deserve it. It was just more of it just came out of nowhere. Because literally 2 months ago, Jinder won the title 2 months ago, but literally about 2 months before that, before he got sent over to SmackDown, he was literally jobbing out to people, lost to Mojo Rawley twice, so that says something. And then to instantly win a number one contenders match, beat AJ Styles, pin Randy Orton, who's WWE Championship at the time, in a six-man tag, and then beat him Backlash, and still undefeated since then. It goes on to say something. It's like a definite change. Whereas Samoa Joe literally was, he came before WrestleMania as Triple H's sort of not like bodyguard, but just sort of like the brute, basically taking out Seth Rollins, injured him. Then Seth had a match with Triple H. I think the original plan was Seth was supposed to have a match with Samoa Joe, Seth overcomes Samoa Joe, and then go after Triple H. But then he beat Triple H at Mania. Then he beat Joe at Payback. And then after that, they built up to the number one contendership. And then out of nowhere, Joe won. So, it's been a year of surprises. Anyway, on to Money in the Bank before I ramble on about everything else. We have 6 matches. The pre-show, the Hype Bros, Mojo Rawley, and a returning Zack Ryder versus the Colognes, Primo and Epico. Me and my housemate both got Hype Bros because it's Zack Ryder returning and return the Hype Bros, so you can't see why they won't win. We've got Jinder Mahal with the Singh brothers versus Randy Orton in a singles match for the WWE title. We've both got Jinder Mahal. Whether it's by disqualification or not, I'm not really sure, but the fact that it's in St. Louis, Randy Orton's hometown, and with the recent record of people in their hometown, it just goes, but Randy Orton's not going to win. So we've both got Jinder Mahal on that one. The men's Money in the Bank. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Dolph Ziggler versus Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin versus Kevin Owens. I was originally going to go Baron Corbin as a surprising push, but I feel like I'm going to go with Sami Zayn because he's been on the main roster for just about 2 years now. Literally the week after. No, he came he showed up the week before Kevin Owens did, but then he got injured. So he's been around a few months less than Kevin Owens, and he hasn't done anything. He hasn't won any titles. He was in the Rumble for a while this year, but other than that, he hasn't really done anything noteworthy. He's had amazing matches with Kevin Owens, just he's not won a single title, whereas Kevin Owens has been Universal Champion, I think a 2-time US Champion, and a 2-time Intercontinental Champion. So, there's that. So I feel like this would be Sammy's big moment, and then Baron could sort of I guess because he's Baron's doing the whole bullying Sami Zayn thing. You could sort of bully him into a match for the contract. Maybe Baron win it off in that way. I mean, the last time they did that was Edge with Mr. Kennedy, but that was because Mr. Kennedy sort of got in some trouble and they had to take the briefcase off him. We've got the Usos versus the New Day. the returning New Day, that is. Well, I say returning New Day, they've been around for a couple of weeks, but the recently returned New Day in a tag team match for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships. This is where we're different. So, I've gone for the New Day because it would be like the Usos like, we've beat every tag team, and then the New Day come along and can literally just like reclaim, not like their spot on the throne, but like I feel like they'll beat them, then the Usos will have a rematch with them, and then they can build to SummerSlam or something. Whereas my housemate thinks the Usos will retain, and then the New Day get a rematch at SummerSlam because of where it all started. Their longest reign in history was started at SummerSlam. So there's that. We've got, for the first time ever, and I'm very, like, I have been pro women's wrestling ever since they started getting taken more seriously on NXT. Because before that, it was literally hair-pulling, stupid storylines, not great in-ring action. It was just all floppy and everything like that. Like Paige and AJ, like they were brilliant. And then, like, it sort of just went with the whole Bella thing. It's sort of like, oh, we're all this, blah, blah, blah. It's like, that sort of threw it down a bit. And the fact with Charlotte, Becky, Bayley, and Sasha have literally just brought it all back up. And now, women's wrestling is now on the same level, if not above the men, because of just how much they've improved and been taken more seriously. And this is just another step in that direction. Especially when they came up with the Women's Championship, or the Divas Championship, and the fact that the Women's Championship looks exactly the same as the Men's Championship. But we've got Carmella versus Charlotte versus Natalya versus Tamina versus Becky Lynch. Big rumor there's a sixth person. That could be Lana if she loses. Some people are saying a returning Paige. Or some people are even saying it could be Nikki Bella, which I hope to God it's not Nikki Bella, because she does not suit this type of match, and I feel like she won't do anything if she shows up. Like, she'll climb it like 3 steps, probably get thrown down, and then that'll be it. But she, like, the Bellas just don't do well in just anything to do with, like, that. And I feel like her presence would sort of just, like, throw it off a bit. Whereas, with these 5, Carmella, it'll be something new to approach, I guess. Well, for all of them it is. But Charlotte's already been in, like, Hell in a Cell matches and table matches and street fights. Natalya's been in a tables match. Becky Lynch has been in a tables match. Tamina's been around a while. I think she's had a couple of instances with tables and stuff. I'm not sure. But we've both gone for Becky Lynch on this one. I know we've gone for 2 faces. Like I said, Baron Corbin later down the line could probably take it off him. Or maybe even later down the line a Becky heel turn. Sort of like when CM Punk cashed in on Jeff Hardy. Could be like, well, I was Money in the Bank holder. It didn't matter that it was you. It could have been anyone. I just decided to cash in on you, and like use that storyline. But they've never done 2 faces winning the Money in the Bank matches. They've had a heel and a face almost every year, except one where there was 2, because it was Damien Sandow and Alberto Del Rio. I think, was it? No, because it was I'm trying to remember who it was. Because Damien Sandow was 2013, I think. And then Randy Orton was 2013. So I think they've always done face and heel, but I think it'd be nice to have the 2 faces. But then down the line, one of them either turn heel or one of them have their briefcase taken off them by a heel. And then finally, Naomi versus Lana for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I've gone for Naomi. As much as it'd be a shock that Lana win, I feel like her coming back and not really showing anything off. Like, they could have the whole she takes Naomi by surprise, but I feel like they can keep it on Naomi for a bit. Despite the fact I don't like it when she's on the microphone, if Naomi can just stay off, because she starts doing that whole street talk, like Shannon thing. She's like, oh, it's lit, it's all this. I fucking hate stuff like that. It's like, just don't talk. And just the way they sort of treated Lana when she came back from Money in the Bank was rubbish. I feel like they can't really do anything based off that. But that's my predictions for Money in the Bank. All the same, except for the tag title match. Hoping the New Day win, because then I don't lose this, and I can keep it for another couple of months. But anyway, that is my predictions, and I shall see you in the next one.